Okay, welcome back to Dizzy and the Champ. These are records from my collection that actually have been heard. So we're going to do one where I just pick some random records and we'll see what Dizzy thinks of these records. So let's start out with Robert Gordon. I always enjoyed Robert Gordon, Rockabilly Boogie. I mean, he's kind of in my thoughts. I mean,
Great choice.
Dizzy could argue with me, which is fine.
No,
but
Robert Gordon was, personified like a guy who wanted to compete with Elvis.
yeah, but he wasn't like in the original group. You know, I think of Dorsey Burnett and Billy Burnett, and he was later, right? And do I have that right?
That's right.
Okay,
Sure. You got it
so
exactly
so
right.
so he what I want to say
He
was
wanted to be
tribute?
he wanted to be a teen idol, and he dressed and sang and performed.
Kind of like a Chris Isaac when he first came out. You know, a
Yeah.
little bit like that. It just looked the
But
part.
he delivered the goods. He delivered the goods.
No, he did. I liked his stuff, and I think he did some stuff with Link Ray too.
Oh God, yes.
And so, you know, if you ever see one of these albums, well, in my opinion,
Look,
take a chance.
the album cover in this case tells you all you need to know. Look at that guy.
He's a rockin'.
Okay.
He's rocking,
Well.
and he's ready to go. So I really enjoyed his records when I first discovered him in the '80s, and they weren't very expensive. You know, I could find him for $3 or $4 and go, oh, but I didn't find a ton of him. I mean, once I discovered him, I tried to find more of his stuff. It was a little more difficult. But I always enjoyed that, boogie woogie kind of.
You know what he's
stuff going
doing
on.
here too? Is he's taking rock and roll early hits and he's doing a whole show of those early rock. He's got here Walk On By, Wheel of Fortune, It's Only Make Believe. You know, he's doing romantic things. He's going hillbilly, not hillbilly, rockabilly. He's doing rockabilly.
Definitely
He's-
rockabilly.
He's covering the spectrum there. Of
Yeah.
early pop.
Yeah.
Early pop.
But
But he was quite a showman too.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I never saw him live, so I don't know.
No, he was. And you know, I like performers like that. I'm not going to name the person in this, but there's somebody that is very big in the record business. Maybe a person similar to Van Morrison. I've seen Van in videos in which, when he's not singing, he takes a cigarette from a bandstand, and he turns his back to the audience and he takes some drags on the cigarette, and then he gets back to singing and he puts his eyes to the sky or down to the floor. I know there's a lot of people out there right now that are saying, how dare you? I'm sorry. I also know that Van Morrison, for most of the time, if you wait around before his performances, won't sign autographs. Not even if you say, take them to him. Ooh. Now if they're on Warner Brothers. No. But you know what I mean? I'm trying to talk about, there are performers who put on a show, and there's others who I sing the music like it's on the record, but don't come for the show because there is no show.
Extra show,
The
right.
music is the music.
I think that there are a lot of musicians out there that are playing
and maybe
their
that's
stuff,
just
and
not
you should
their.
just appreciate it because it's wonderful
It's
stuff.
not their thing, champ. It's
Right.
not their thing.
Right.
But
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I like when they.
Is that
sing
Tim
it on the
Horton?
show. This is Tracy Nelson.
Oh, Tracy Nelson, originally with Mother Earth.
Mother Earth.
Oh,
yeah.
I love all her stuff. All of her
Yeah.
stuff.
So she could.
You
be
know,
little
a very
hard to find.
deep voice, and you know, she came out of San Francisco, but she has a real Southern. I think she's really from Texas.
I think she has some roots down there. Huh?
Yeah, she's Southern.
Well, and she's in Chicago now because she sang with Chicago a blues.
I'd have to
reunion.
do a bio
Chicago
on
blues
her.
reunion.
But at any rate, she went to Nashville. I'm pretty sure that she, when she left San Francisco, she went to Nashville, and she stayed in Nashville and tried to build her career out of Nashville.
Okay, and this record is recorded in Chicago, Illinois. So Illinois. So there
we
you are.
got a battle of where Tracy Nelson's from, huh?
Yeah,
where her roots are.
We'll have to.
Tracy, if
figure
you're
it out.
out there, send me a letter, will you? Just make it in care of Dizzy, Seattle, Washington.
might wanna have pre-posted
The post
time.
office knows me.
All right. Next up, we
One
have
of my all-time favorites.
Richie Havens.
Oh, I love the man. Woodstock, he saved the day, you know. Nobody else wanted to perform or wasn't even there.
Ready
They
to
said,
start.
Can you go out there and wing it? He played that song Freedom.
Freedom.
I think he made that up on the spot, and he had a kind of thing of in his mind what it'd be, and he goes on for like 20 minutes.
And he has a
And
tabla player
Yeah.
banging out the.
But yeah, and he's doing it on the improvisation too, and he's going freedom, freedom.
Yeah. No, that was great, and I like his
Mixed
stuff.
Bag is his best record.
Oh, interesting.
I think there's a second record that's more Mixed Bag, but this Handsome Johnny is on this record.
Handsome Johnny's on San Francisco Bay Blues,
Oh.
one of our brother's favorite tunes
Yeah.
to play. Just Like a Woman, Ellen Rigby, 3 Day Eternity, Sandy.
These are all great. These are all great.
Morning.
This is going to be in the folk bin, you know. If you go to your record store, you're going to find this under folk, which is not a popular category nowadays, folks. I'm sorry. I think it deserves more. Not that I'm partial in any way.
He's partial. He's definitely partial.
I'm partial to folk music. But
Okay.
Richie Havens is at the top of the list.
Right. And, he did a lot of open tuning. He wasn't really a guitar player. I mean,
No, he only played open tuning.
Right.
Yeah.
So he would have to grab another instrument, another
No,
guitar.
he was going to.
a different key.
He'd get a musician that read music and go,
Right.
"Hey, you hear what I'm playing
playing
here?
here."
Add to it, okay?"
Uh-huh. Yeah. So,
And you know that's a good reason to have a tabla player when you're playing open tuning.
uh-huh.
One thing you don't have to tune is the tabla.
Yeah. So here we have,
have no
one of my
idea.
favorites, the Guess Who.
Oh my
He
God,
can't guess who.
Burton
should've-
Cummings.
Burton Cummings.
Oh,
Guess Who.
I love the man. Lion Eyes.
Star Baby on this one. Star
Oh
Baby.
man, you know what?
Clap for the Wolfman.
Oh yeah, that's a great song. Bachman and him, what a team! Randy Bachman and Burton Cummings. They wrote a lot of things together, and then they fought over who should take the credit for the writing, because you got one guy who's really the lyricist, and the other one who's the musician that writes the music, and. But at any rate,
Cummings wrote a lot of the tunes on this
oh,
one.
he can play the flute. He plays the guitar.
Close to all of them.
I saw him on
Cummings and Wallace.
Howard Stern playing the keyboards. You know, I mean, he's a great musician.
Virtuoso.
Oh, and he's still out playing. You know,
yeah, he's
he's Canadian like Randy Bachman. So most of his
Hey.
concert tours, if he's going to do a concert tour, he's so popular that there's so many Canadian cities to play. He never gets down here to the United States.
Well, he's supposed to come down to, I think, the Emerald Queen Casino and play sometime this winter. I think that's right. But I know it's somewhere down here.
Hey, folks, he's wrong, but I know where he's going, and it's not there.
Where's he going?
He's going to like a community center.
Community center.
Well, yeah, it's not it's not like going to Climate Pledge Arena or anything.
No, he's
like
not going to
that.
climb Pledge Arena.
No, but
it's. I
I don't.
I'll put my hand. I think it's a casino.
Really think so? Huh?
I think so.
Okay.
So
We'll fill you in later.
we'll fill you in later. That's right. To be continued. So how about this little artist? You ever heard of her?
I don't know until I see her. Oh, Janis Joplin.
Oh, you heard of her?
Oh my God! Funny thing is,
Is it
and
funny?
here's the thing that I know I sound like a broken record. on this.
Try.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll break down Smith. Janis Joplin is the type of person that when I lived in San Francisco and she was playing in Big Brother and the Holding Company, first of all, I saw her when I went to junior college at the College of San Mateo play.
Mm-hmm.
But between sets, she's just walking around, mixing with the folk.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How dare she?
I saw her at a place called the
Walking
Strand
with
Theater
the
that was on
Unwashed public.
Yeah. Well, I don't want you to be shocked at this, but I thought that Janis Joplin only owned dresses, and they were sexy dresses that came from Goodwill. I mean, these things look like rags. I mean, if she told me she made them herself out of bedspread, I'd believe it. Anyway, I saw her so many times where she was just sitting, talking to a group, not me, but talking to another group right there, and I'm in earshot, and I'm like going, I don't even want to listen to you folks. I want to listen to what Janis Joplin's talking about, you know? But she was such a friendly, gregarious person. I was out there, and I don't want to surprise you. I think she drank liquor.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I think she did it before shows, during shows, after shows. So she was pretty happy most of the time. Yeah.
So,
And you know what? I like that.
this record,
I like to see people that are having a good time when they're playing and singing and all that. So it was great. But that she was so accessible.
right.
So
no,
accessible.
that's all. That is very cool when an artist can actually come out and,
Those days are over, you know, where people,
or at least
musicians,
rare,
you know.
rare.
Well, no, it's pretty standard that musicians try very hard. Jackson Browne being an exception, that he'll come to a show and purposely bring the bus to where the crowd is and want to give people autographs, selfies, the whole 9 yards. Talk to his fans.
I think it's opened up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's opened up a little bit. I think a lot of artists will do some of that.
Well,
especially like
you know, I encourage it.
alley
I
or
encourage
something.
it. I encourage
It's a little tough if you're the
it.
Doobie
It is.
Brothers.
It's tough. I hear you. I hear you.
Because everybody wants to have that. But this is dedicated to Nancy G. Love. Do you know anything about Nancy G. Love? Or you know if that's a local DJ or something? Or what?
No, it's definitely not a DJ.
Okay.
And I'm going to guess that was a personal friend of Janis, and that it would be too much in the weeds for us to know.
Okay, all right. But yeah, this one, you know, with the demo old Cosmic Blues again, Mama. This is, I think, when she had the Full Tilt.
Oh, it's
band,
definitely.
boogie band, and this is where she had a strong band. She had the song "Try" on here. Maybe One Good Man, as good as you've been to this world, to love somebody, Cosmic Blues, Little Girl Blues, Work Me, Lord. Wow.
Here's the thing.
There used to be a sticker, I think, on this because we had it on our.
That's right. It
On
went,
our radio.
yeah.
My brother Tom had put the sticker on this old
Yeah.
radio, and we had that on there for a lot of years.
Yeah.
Demo Cosmic Blues. Okay, next up.
That's really, you know, Janis Joplin had, with that big voice, had to have a big band behind her, and the sound had to be big to match her.
Right.
You
No,
know?
it was a good move to get her to get
And
a
you
solid
know that
band behind her.
they've tried to have people that perform to be like Janis Joplin, look like her, and sing. And
Oh
they
yeah,
do
no, a
perform.
local one.
You know-
Duffy Bishop did one.
Okay, yeah, but you know what they learned? They could do one night, and then they needed a break.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
couldn't. You couldn't. A club wanted
Can't
them
sing
for a
like
Friday,
that.
Saturday, Sunday. They even tried a Broadway production. They needed to use multiple actresses
I can believe
because
Yeah.
how do you do that to your vocal cords?
Yeah, well, yeah, it
Oh.
gets rough. It gets rough if you're doing all that. Now, okay, we got Al Cooper. You never know who your friends are. Who your friends are. Well,
Let me see the front.
probably
cover
not
of
the
this.
police.
Oh, I have seen this album. Yeah,
At the time.
Al Cooper's an interesting man. You know, he goes back to the Blues Project, and as a member, and you know, in a lot of ways, Al is now. I hope he's not retired, so I'm not out of step on this. But he's in New York City, and he teaches at a New York university, and he's talking about the music industry and recording and things. But he also records. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a podcast. And he's definitely, even though he's my age, which is, well, ancient history, 80s or more, that he's had a steady career. So Blues Project, great band, Blues Project, Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Didn't he also do something with Bob Dylan? I thought he came up with the organ part.
Oh, he did.
And,
Yeah, when he played Newport, and he did the Newport Folk Festival, and Dylan went electric.
Yeah.
Al Cooper tells a story that literally, he didn't know the material for that, and he was like, got it like days or hours before, kind of put it together, and he was improvising as he was playing that.
His noodling around on the organ.
And now remember, at Newport,
Bob
you're
said,
not
"Let's play it
playing
up."
hours of music. You're just playing, with a bunch of other folk musicians. So you needed 3 songs or so, and he got that down as best he could. And he's
Yeah, he was able to get.
that's
it,
all
get it
history.
going. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he did record with him.
Oh, how about this one, Mama Cass? You know anything about her?
I think I know what a lot of people know about her, having been a member of the Mamas and the Papas
And the Mugwumps.
and the Mugwumps. Yeah. It's very good. Which is really just the Mamas and Papas, because there's Denny Doherty in it,
Right.
and I don't know if was John. I guess John Phillips was in that too, or I'm not quite sure on that. But Denny Doherty definitely was. And here's the thing. Again, we go back to this. I think that Mama Cass and Michelle Phillips, it was for me, those female singers that really
Brought
caught
that sound.
America's and the world's attention. That was the soul sauce. That was what put this band on the charts.
Yeah. Yeah.
That harmony and everything else.
Yeah.
And she was a lovable figure, Mama Cass, because she wore those muumuu dresses, and and I like it that she put it across that even as a heavy person, she looked lovely, felt lovely, looked lovely.
Made you
and
feel at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. James Burton, Jim
he saying
Gordon,
about me?
John Sebastian, Stephen Stills were some of the added musicians included on this. So,
You know what we know about all that? That's all Laurel Valley,
Laurel Canyon
Laurel Canyon
Yeah.
musicians.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she
All
was,
friends,
definitely-
and they
definitely
come
part of that.
and go on her album.
Right, that community.
Good.
That whole pop. Oh God, what am I trying to think of here?
Brotherhood.
No, the performance down in Monterey.
Monterey Pop,
Pop Festival.
which a lot of people now have forgotten, but that was quite a concert.
Right, but that
Ravi
was-
Shankar did the final day and took over the whole program. But the Who did it. Moby Grape did it.
Mamas and
Jimi
Pop-
Hendrix did it.
But Mamas and Papas were behind that. They were the ones that got that going.
Do you remember who was the MCs? The Smothers Brothers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of do
Isn't that
remember.
something?
That is something. That's okay. For our last but not least, Jerry Lee Lewis, the greatest live show on earth. There's a lot of great Jerry Lee Lewis records, but I like this one. This is, there's a few live ones that I think are great, but this is right there on the top. Right there on the top.
I totally agree.
Jenny, Who Will the Next Fool Be? Memphis, Hound Dog, I Got a Woman, High Heel Sneakers, No Particular Place to Go, Together Again, Long Tall Sally. Whole lot of shaking going on this record.
Yeah, I think Jerry is now in the heavens, but I think if Jerry could come back and join us today, Jerry would tell you, this is what I love. This is the music I love. This is the music I love to play. This is where my heart was. And when he got
I don't
in,
think it was in country. He did a country
I
record,
know
too.
he did, but I think he did that for money.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this is where his heart was.
Oh, okay.
He saw himself as a rock.
Rock and roller.
Oh God, yes. I mean,
Well,
we were talking about showmanship and the show.
kick over the piano stool.
That isn't really country, especially in
No.
the years he was doing it. It was more country western, so he had to kind of go subdued, and that was not Jerry, not Jerry at all. You don't go with the name Killer and do country music. You know what I mean? And you know what? I'll say he did some great country music, but as far as the man that I know and love, and I think you know and love, that's on this record right here, and it's live, and that was the best recording for him.
Yeah, I agree. It's on Smash. It's great.
Because-
it's a smash.
You know what? Here's the difference. You're a recording guy like Jerry Lee Lewis, and they put you in a recording studio and they say, Jerry, you stand over there in a box. Your bass player will be over there in a box. Your drummer will be over there in a box. You know what you don't have? Inspiration, motivation, teamwork, nothing. And somebody's messing around with all kinds of dials and knobs and levers and this and that. That's not Jerry. And we're going to do it. How many times? Take 26. Take 60. You know. No. Do it live. Do it the best you can. Bam.
We got it.
Hey, thanks for listening. You know.
All right.
Love to see you sometime. Drop me a card sometime. Drop me a note. Right down there in the comments. Love to hear from you. You know. Does it ever seem like we get lonely without those comments?
Oh,
I'm so
Just
lonely.
so somebody.
So
please
if they'd
say
only reach
something
out to us,
a little bit,
You
just,
know, just to
a
even say
nibble.
hello, just to say
Yeah,
hello.
just a little something.
Yeah, well, okay.
We
I'm
think
out
you
of here.
guys suck. That was,
I gotta
you know,
go.
just something.
I got things to do.
Ciao.
Lunch.